He had been awake since before sunrise, dragging his suitcase across tiled airport floors, scanning boarding gates, and triple-checking his seat assignment. By the time he settled into his economy seat next to the window, his eyes were already half closed. The plane hadn't even taken off yet, but he was already drifting. The captain's voice announced the flight duration and weather over the destination, but the words faded into background noise. He barely registered the flight attendants demonstrating seatbelts and life vests. The only thing he remembered clearly was tucking the blanket under his arms, adjusting the neck pillow, and thinking, "I'll just rest my eyes until takeoff." He didn't wake up until the wheels hit the tarmac. His first thought, that was the fastest flight of his life. His second, why is everyone holding empty trays? He looked down. His tray table was upright, untouched. No signs of food. No crumbs, no napkins. Just a small plastic cup of water in the holder, barely sipped. He turned to the passenger next to him, a middle-aged man flipping through a magazine. "Excuse me," he asked groggily. "Did they serve food?" The man smiled. "Yeah, about halfway through." "You were out cold." "They tried to wake you, but you didn't move." He blinked. Oh! Hunger hit him immediately, that hollow, dry stomach feeling that made his thoughts sluggish. He opened the in-flight magazine and stared blankly at photos of chicken curry and cheese tortellini, as if hoping they'd materialize on his tray. It was too late. The carts were gone, and the attendants were buckled in for landing. The only consolation was that he had avoided the bland airplane coffee. As they deboarded, his stomach grumbled with every step through the jet bridge. He remembered how he'd skipped breakfast in the rush to catch the flight. There had been no time. And now, no food. Once inside the airport, he spotted a small cafe near baggage claim. A sandwich never looked more glorious. As he sat eating, he reflected on how one simple nap had robbed him of a meal, but had also taught him something unexpected about travel and language. He thought about the phrases he had overheard during boarding: light snack, cabin crew, in-flight meal, pass the tray, and coffee or tea. They were all practical, daily-use English terms, the kind that textbooks never emphasize but real experiences make unforgettable. He made a note in his phone. To sleep through something equals to miss it while sleeping. In-flight meal equals the food served on a plane. Buckled in equals seatbelt fastened. Tray table equals the small table that folds down. To board equals to get off the plane. He even added missed meal to his personal dictionary, as both a vocabulary phrase and a memory. It wasn't the end of the world. He'd landed safely. He'd restocked his vocabulary. And most importantly, he'd laugh about this moment later, because how many people can say they slept so hard they missed an entire meal 30,000 feet in the air? Mistakes and missed meals aside, every travel experience was a lesson. And in his case, a free nap came with a surprising language upgrade. We share real stories like this every day to help you learn real English, the kind you actually use and remember. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and tell us in the comments, have you ever missed something important because you fell asleep?